Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, it looks like Royal Caribbean getting rid of the buffet was maybe, said a little too fast. So just a quick thought before we start the video topic. I just want to thank everybody for their comments and their sharing the video of my tribute to Nico. As you can see, every time I think of her, I still get emotional. I just wanted you to know that I did go in and read every single comment, and I started to reply to some, and as I'm replying, I look up and I see the thumbnail with her cute face there being patted. And I ended up just putting mostly hearts for people, and I hope you'll understand. But I just want to thank everybody for letting Nico know that she was a good girl. So as you know, about a week ago, the CEO, while being interviewed, said that, their ships may sail without the Windjammer Cafe in the Royal Caribbean ships, which is basically their buffet restaurant. He said it may become a sit down, it'll be a completely different experience than a buffet. Well, they seem to have changed their mind, and if you were reading the comments on Royal Caribbean's website and on Facebook and things like that, you can kind of see why. The overwhelming majority on there were saying, no, what are you doing? No, buffet is one of the main things on a cruise ship. You cannot take away the lifeblood of a cruise ship. You can't take away their entertainment. You can't take away their visiting ports. You can't take away the buffet. These are things people love to do on cruise ships. And to take it away, you start saying, well, why would I go on a cruise ship then? And it seems like the CEO heard, because in another interview that they were doing recently, they came out and said, well, the Windjammer, I think people misunderstood what I meant. And what I really meant is that we're not going to get rid of the Windjammer Cafe, but it will evolve. He says maybe instead of you getting your own food, and that there'll be servers there handing you the food on the plate. Where have we been hearing that before? Isn't that the #1 suggestion for like a month and a half, 2 months now about buffets, is to make sure there's staff serving the food and people aren't touching the food themselves? #1 suggestion. Well, it seems to have gotten through to Royal Caribbean, and that seems to be the direction they're heading in. Not to mention, if they start up, they may be restricted to how many passengers they can have on board. Well, if you have much less passengers, say 30% of your passengers on board, which is their break-even point on a lot of their ships, well then the buffet isn't quite as crowded as it can normally be, right? It's 70% less people. So it will be much easier to handle the buffet. And a lot of people are ecstatic and changing their minds, but a lot of people are also saying, well, you didn't really misspoke. You changed your mind when you saw how much people went and said, no, that's not a good idea. In fact, a lot of people were actually saying, you take the buffet off your ships and I'll be looking for other ships. So yeah, you can see where the cruise lines will pay attention to threats like that, especially when it's an overwhelming amount on their own websites. And so I'm glad to see that Royal Caribbean is looking at really the good way of doing it, and that's to make sure that masks and hair nets and things like that and tongs, and having servers hand out the food in the buffets. This will also cut down on regular things like norovirus outbreaks. If you have it's set up in that way, it won't spread as quickly. So this is nothing but good news if you're a fan of buffets and a fan of Royal Caribbean. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they just misspoke the first time, or did you think they said, oh, no, hey, that's a bad idea, we better change our minds? That's kind of what I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I hope you appreciate this video. And again, thank you for all the comments with Nico. Here I go again. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.